All right, man, we're going live. All right, bye. And we are live here in the PMP. Sorry for the delay, folks. We had some complications with computers trying to update, and yeah. All right, we are on. It's going to be me for right now because Caleb's having a little bit of technical difficulties, and trying to get a hold of everything here. My computer just decided to update for some reason. Good grief. And our special guest will be but yeah, we'll be going on here pretty quick. So just a little bit of catching up on some big news in the NFL. Deebo Samuel, all that other stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna try to all right. Oh, we got. All right. We're gonna admit this. My co-host. All right. Whenever we get started, which we are live in the PMP.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, where are you? The fans can't see you, bud. Oh, there he is with glasses.
How's it going, boys?
What is happening, man? What is going on? A lot of
Hello.
fusions going on, man. We got a special guest to get to, man. But
Hey, just before you get started, man, how do I sound? Am I okay?
you sound fantastic.
I'm not using my
But
mic right now, so.
hey, you're fine, dude. But before we talk about big news, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the PMP. I am your host in this exciting first ever interview on live stream for the PMP, the Pigskin Mafia podcast. I am your host, TJ Riddell, and with me, he is the sim head of all academies. He is the guy that goes through NFL stats like no other. He is K-Dub, Caleb Wilburn. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. Just excited to hear from Booby Miles today. I used to watch his the film that they were trying to go over, and like him and his life, and well, not just him, just the school and everything. I used to watch that like every summer before football season. I would put that in there and get all hyped up, man, and shed a tear maybe here and there. Great movie, but yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it's gonna
great
bring
movie.
back a lot of memories.
I remember when we were in high school, me, you, and several other of our buddies, we would just pile up in my house actually before 2 days started our freshman year, and I remember having a some. I think it was our green and gold game that we were about to get hyped up for, and someone stepped on my toe, so I had a infected toe, and we didn't care. We were just ready to play high school football for the very first time. But let's get into it. Let's talk about quick news. before we get to our main event of tonight. And the man himself, Terminator X, Booby Miles. So, big news out of San Francisco. Debo Samuel has agreed terms with San Francisco. What's your thoughts on that, bud?
I'm surprised they had to go through all that just to make it happen. I know he wanted to get paid, and he should have got paid, but turns
Yeah,
out I don't know how it's gonna all work out, to be honest, because I mean he's made it clear that he just wants to play as like a wide receiver, even though he's pretty much the whole identity of the offense. Uh, I'm kind of interested to see how it all pans out, and but hopefully I mean, it looks like they got everything fixed as far as the agreements of him staying there. So
yeah,
we'll see.
and
I
not
still
not
see
just
him
staying
getting
there.
touches. I still see him
Yeah,
getting
not
touches,
just
in the backfield as well.
yeah, and not just staying there. He's staying there for 3 years. It's a 3-year extension worth up to 73.5 million, 58.1 million guaranteed. So 49er fans, be grateful because us Cowboy fans wanted him so freaking bad. And a lot of fights have been going around during OTAs. The Buffalo Bills, I heard there was gang warfare in Atlanta. Like, what the hell is going on? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
is it
I
just the
don't know
heat of the
what was.
moment?
I don't know. Just by looking at the video there with Josh Allen and what is it, Jordan Phillips. I mean, just from looking at the video, it was just kind of like it was a nice shove and everything, but maybe there was some stuff said. Who knows? But I mean, by just from what I've watched, it looked like Josh Allen was kind of, uh, like I said, I wasn't there. I didn't hear anything. I'm sure some stuff was said, but
Yeah,
yeah,
you know how it is during practice. Someone gets into your head, and you just have had enough. It happens all around, all levels, and Chiefs fans are really enjoying that. But scary news out of Kansas City for uh, Patrick Mahomes, man. Wow, San Fran. Speaking of San Fran, but anyway, Patrick Mahomes went into the tent today. His ankle was kind of acting funny today. I thought that was. I don't think it's too serious to where he's going to be set out for the whole season or a couple games or whatever, but it's pretty tough stuff to think about. And then what's up with everybody getting COVID now?
oh, it's
First
starting to
Pete
come up
Carroll,
again.
now Kyler Murray, and Colt McCoy's on the call now. So I mean it's crazy seeing players get COVID all of a sudden. Week one of OTAs, man. You gotta
We just
love
got
it. Fights,
demonetized.
COVID, and yeah, and injuries too. James Washington suffered a Jones fracture on his foot today, so
Oh,
that's pretty
snap.
scary news if you're a Cowboys fan, which it is for us. But um, you said you had some news today about Ryan Jensen.
Oh yeah. Ryan Jensen looks like he tore his ACL in practice. So that's I mean, Ryan Jensen, he's a great run blocker. He's not only that, he's a good pass blocker. So that's going to be a big hole to fill right there. I heard maybe there's talks that they might try to go out and get a veteran like J.C. Treader. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a big hole. I mean, you want to. I mean, that's what Tom Brady and his guys have come together. That's what they've been able to do is keep him safe. And I mean, he knows how to take sacks and everything. But with him not having a good vet behind center, it's kind of like, whoa, it's like one of the worst things that can happen to this team. So, whew.
yeah, no kidding, man. I mean, he's a big part of that offensive line, a huge leader, and probably one of the best trash talkers in Tampa Bay.
You know
Probably
what's
taught
funny?
Tom Brady.
The same
Probably
week,
taught Tampa Brady how to trash talk properly in Tampa Bay. So
yeah. But you know what's
yeah, I
funny?
mean,
When I first heard the injury, Julio Jones, he just came on team like earlier last week, But when I heard the
Yeah,
injury, I was like, oh, it's Julio. I automatically thought it was Julio Jones. So
yeah. I mean, it's incredible. Sorry, folks. I just switched to gallery for right now because me and Caleb are talking at the same time. And well, speaking of our special guest, I have to say I'm super excited to introduce you to this man. We had to cut the NFL news short because this man has done a lot in his short term in football. I mean, arguably one of the greatest running backs in Texas high school football history. And he's about to join us here in a little bit. He is a former Odessa Permian Panther. In 1987, he ran over 1,345 rushing yards for the Permian Panthers. Hashtag Mojo. He made us want to watch Friday Night Lights. I watched his film after Friday Night Lights. Okay? And my 9-year-old self is screaming out of my chest right now, saying, oh my God, we're actually talking to Boobie. We're talking to Boobie. We're talking to Terminator X. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome the man himself, number 35, not 45, Terminator X, Booby Miles.
Hey, what's going on? What's going
How you
on?
doing,
Hey,
Booby?
I'm doing all right. How y'all doing?
doing
Man,
good.
we're doing fantastic.
Oh, that's
I
good.
mean,
That's good.
all right, first things first, I got to ask you, um, how, how'd you feel about them putting 45 on you instead of the accurate number 35? I
And
mean,
that
was that your call or was
no,
that?
that's totally Hollywood. Actually, in real life, 45 was Chris Coleman's number.
Yeah,
Yeah, and man, I mean, they changed my number. They changed Ivy Christian's number. They changed Chavez's number, but they kept Mike and Dunn numbers, 26 and 20. Those are their numbers in high school.
wow.
Yeah.
So a lot of movement
Yeah, a lot of
in that
Hollywood.
movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
a lot of Hollywood.
even the Dallas Carter game was not actually a state championship game.
No, sir.
What I
It's a semifinals game.
Yeah,
The game before state. And we
right.
lost to them in a semifinals game. Yes, sir.
Uh,
So let's kind of talk about how we interacted, Booby.
Okay.
Pretty much the most unlikely source in all social media nowadays, Facebook, especially for us young bucks. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
we're Twitter heads, we're Instagram fans, we're Snapchat people. I mean, I saw you on this podcast. They posted you on there. Shout out to South Texas Bloodsport for
Uh-huh.
this because they had you on there, and I
Uh-huh.
was shocked. I was
Uh-huh.
like, wait a minute, that's Booby Miles.
Yes, sir.
That's Terminator X. So I commented. I forgot what I commented. I'm so excited. I
Right.
said arguably the best high school running back in Texas football history. And you commented, thanks, bro. And I said, I would love to have you on the PMP. And sure enough, you dropped your information, and here we are today,
Yes, sir. Yes,
live
sir.
on the PMP.
I'm a PMP, baby. Getting it
Gotta
down.
love it, man. So I'm seeing Caleb with a grin as big as Alice in Wonderland's cat right now.
Yes,
dude.
sir.
So I'm sure he's got a question for you right
Oh,
now
yeah, shoot 'em.
before we get into
Shoot
the
'em.
story.
Yeah, I'm just like, so what do you think of like the NFL and how it's changed when like maybe, back in your time playing, like how do you watch football today, like college or anything? Or
Yeah, I stay mostly and I say mostly high school, college. It's exciting. Don't get me wrong, the NFL is exciting. I got a lot of NFL players that I like to watch, but I concentrate mostly on that one because I do a superstar of the week every week for high school, and for Pop Warner junior high and high school, I do a superstar of the week, and plus I do straight line recruiting. So I pretty much focus on the high school, college level.
okay,
And,
that sounds good.
and the way and the way I feel about how the NFL is, I mean, it's it's different, man. It's it used to be about strength and power, but now it's about speed and agility, and it's come a long ways. But man, I think there's too many rules, especially having to deal with the quarterback.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Yeah,
Right.
Amen.
they add too much. They're taking the fun out of it. Really, is what they're doing.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Taking the fun out of it. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I gotta say this as a corner real quick. I used to play corner for a high school down here. Shout out to Ingleside High School, Coach Hunter Hamrick. But I gotta say, they are more lenient to the receivers, in my opinion. As far as penalties go, pass interference on the defense, 9 out of 10 times, in my opinion. But I'm sure you agree with me on that aspect.
I think it's more. To me on that aspect, you're right. It's more they focus on the receiver, but I feel like after 10 yards, man, let them play ball. Let them play ball. If it is anywhere from 5 to 10, man, if he holding a sicking and holding, then yeah, you call it. But then when they fighting for a ball and both of them, both of them looking back, I mean, you got to. I seen a lot of cows, man, this past season, man. It was just ridiculous on the DB.
My stomach.
Right,
honestly.
on the DB. It was like, and then at the same time, I see some calls that was made on a receiver, man. It was ridiculous. Like, I mean, it's a war. When you running the go route, boom. When you running the go route, man, you focus. You got both of y'all focused, the DB and the wide receiver. You don't know what's going on, especially the one about the tripping thing. You get your feet mixed up with each other, then pass interference, man. Sometimes that's just how that roll.
Yeah.
You get tangled up. That's how that ride. You know what I'm saying? But it's all catering because it's a passing game. Now they done turned it all the way in the passing game now.
Yeah.
Even high school, the high school, which you got to keep up with the trend. I guess you got to keep. It's more like keeping the quarterbacks up than it is keeping the other skill positions up. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's more you're making your quarterback stronger. I was just looking at this the other day on YouTube, a 14-year-old kid that I forget where he's from. 14 years old, man, and he's already throwing the ball out, to NFL receivers. I'm talking about dropping dimes, and he's 14. So this is what this system that they got now, this offensive system, that's what it caters to, the future quarterback. To me, now back when I was playing ball, student body left, student body right, up the middle. You got a few, but that was power and strength right there.
Right.
We ran a lot of downhill plays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was more about, let's get it. Let's see who, let's see who got the grande hum. You know what I'm saying? We finna go hard. Right now it's just like street football on the cool.
Oh yeah.
You got 11 wide receivers. I mean, you got 10 wide receivers and a quarterback. Come on, man.
Yeah, like especially if you're running the wing T and the I formation.
Sounds like somebody been doing that history.
Me and Caleb were in that same offense when we were up in Central Texas, the wing T.
Yeah.
Caleb's more of a spread offense type of guy. He loves to spread. I used to play fullback myself when I was playing for Central Texas or Moody.
Yeah.
Moody High School.
Moody
High School, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's a complete different dynamic when you change from a wing T to spread. I mean, they put me as a slot. I didn't fit well in slot. So because I wanted to run the ball and lower my shoulder. That's how we played in
that's what that wing T does. That's what we ran. That's what we ran, the wing T. You got the fullback, tailback, flanker, wide receiver, tight end. And that's really a flexible offense. And that offense, because we had of course we had Mike at the quarterback. We also had Lloyd Hill at the wide receiver. Y'all know who Lloyd Hill is, right? That's Roy. That's Roy Williams' big brother. Y'all know who Roy Williams is, right?
Okay.
Yeah. That's Roy Williams' big brother. Yeah. So y'all thought Roy was, Lloyd could catch a BB in the dark, man. Yeah. He's the one that broke out of the wide receiver records at Texas Tech. Lloyd Hill did.
Yeah. So I do believe when me and Caleb went up there in the Texas Sports Hall of Fame, we did see his record on there. I do believe we saw that.
Yeah.
On the Texas Tech gallery for the Southwest Conference gallery.
Yeah, we had him as the wide out. Then we had Robert Brown, who also was another great wide receiver. He played flanker back. The flanker was sometimes spread out as on the other side as another wide receiver. As a flanker back was more like a slot back to the wing T. You feel what I'm saying? We could put the flanker anywhere. And then we had Chavez at the tight end, but believe it or not, Chavez had good hands. Good hands that dunk. We had all the tools in the right place to run that wing T. You feel what I'm saying? We can pretty much hurt you from any aspect of the game if coach would exercise the whole aspect of the game, because we had a good talented athlete in each one of those positions.
Yeah.
I mean,
but they just wanted to give you the ball. You're like, just give Booby the ball. Hey, and I had a question. Did the actor did he do a good job? Like,
Derek did pretty good. I got to say he did decent. He did real good. I
thought he was more flashy than what the real Booby Miles was.
Nah. Matter of fact, he was more flashy. Yeah, now Hollywood, man. Now I get one thing. The people do ask me about Friday Night Lights. Man, you sure were cocky.
Is it true that you didn't lift weights? Is it true you didn't lift weights? You just like this guy
I lift weights, man.
I was like, it looked like you lift weights.
Coaches wouldn't have none of that. I don't care. I don't care what type of star you are.
What about the Bill Cosby joke with Mike Mitchell? Like, is it true that he didn't smile a lot, and then you give him the Jello pudding pop joke?
Nah, man. I used to do Bill Cosby a lot when back then. But that episode that never happened. But he used to Mike smile. Mike
Okay.
smiled a lot. The only one didn't really smile a whole bunch was Ivan Christie.
That
He wasn't
Preacher
that
Man.
quiet. He was quiet, but he wasn't that quiet. You know, he was just a regular teenager, man. But he just was the quiet type. You know, he just didn't say a whole bunch. But
Yeah.
when he did, but when he did start talking, yes, he got something on his mind. So
Yeah. Preacher Man.
yeah.
Shout out to Preacher Man. He was like, honestly, if that movie was actually the real life, the way Ivan Christensen really talked, I really use that as motivation
Yeah.
for my motivational speeches. I mean, ask Caleb. I was the one that was like talking
Yeah.
a little bit. So
Yeah. Yeah. He
I
was
mean,
he was definitely a leader on the team. He was a quiet leader. You know what I'm saying? He's
yeah,
gonna lead by example. He's not gonna talk too much about it. He's gonna go out there, you know what I'm talking about. We going out, we started screaming, yeah, we're gonna bust some heads, we're gonna bust some heads. And he, you know, he's there, but he finna go show you, I'm finna show you, you know what I'm saying? This is what we do. You know, that's the type of player Ivan Christensen is. Or
awesome.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we go any further and ask any more questions, so Booby,
Yes.
could you run down the timeline between before 1987 to when you had that knee injury, and then you tried to play more ball after high school, and it just didn't work out. So could you
So
run by your whole career with
my
us, man?
whole
Because
career
because
at Permian,
this is what we in the PMP crowd are waiting for, man. Because we want to know who the real Booby Miles was, and
who I
I
am,
gotta say,
who the real Booby Miles is. Uh, the real Booby Miles is a kid. A kid. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you real fast. Real Booby Miles is a kid that grew up abused mentally and physically. Uh, got put into foster home. Uh, got adopted by my uncles, my dad's brother, and his life changed. His life changed as a kid. Started to understand what love and what family was about, and was introduced a way to channel his anger because of the things that he went through by his uncle, who was his Pop Warner coach, and pretty much coached me through the rest of my life playing football, and just happened to be the right thing. You know, Marco coached football. He also coached basketball, which I also played, and I also was good at that. I ran track, so he kept me busy up until then. You know, Booby is this was the ordinary kid. You know that. Yeah, beginning of his life is rough. But, you know, I got rescued by my uncle. Then I just became develop the skills to play football, you know, which was taught by my uncle. And all of a sudden, it was a big deal. At first, it wasn't a big deal, and then all of a sudden, it became a big deal once I got to junior high. And once I moved, I had moved back with my father, and then it didn't work. I stayed a year in Houston and moved back to Odessa, and then that's when I found out that, you know, these people wanted me to play football at Bottom Junior High, and I played. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool, you know. kind of got back into the groove of playing with all my friends that I played with in elementary. And all of a sudden, man, I was like the object of, everything just changed. I became somebody overnight. If that's how you want to call it, I became a Permian Panther. And once I became a Permian Panther, man, it was. I can tell you, man. Like I could say this. I can believe, and I believe this. Most college kids didn't even get treated the way we got treated.
Yeah.
In high school, and it was fun. My sophomore year, we didn't play on the varsity. We played on the JV. That whole team, of course, they wanted us. They wanted all of us. Ivy Christian, Mike, Don, Chavez. A couple of more players on the varsity. Our sophomore year, but Coach Gaines didn't see it that way. He wanted to keep us as a group. And just so happened my sophomore year, they didn't make it to playoffs. And the JV team, we went undefeated. So that was 86, 87. The 86, 87 going into our junior year. I'm in the backfield with a guy y'all may know. If y'all don't know, Sean Crow. If y'all watch any of the 87, if y'all watch any of the 87, 88 year, me and Sean was in the backfield, and Sean Crow was a hell of a running back. And we I don't know if we still have the record, but we had the record for the most yards for a tandem backfield, which was like 3,300 or 3,400 yards in one season for a tandem backfield. Yeah.
Wow.
And,
you know how impressive that is, Booby? Like that, it doesn't matter what age level you're at, or what level of football you're in, or what years you played in football.
Right.
It's impressive to have a tandem like that.
Yeah.
To go over 3,300 yards.
Yeah.
In rushing, that's just unheard of nowadays. That's almost like Navy running the football all the time.
Yeah.
And they still can't get enough numbers.
Yeah. Basically, that's what it was. Sean had like 2,000. I want to say he had like a little over 2,000, and I had like 1,300 yards. And he was the fullback, I was the tailback, which the wing T is based. Its audibles are gonna be around the fullback.
Yeah.
So most of the time, anytime we get an audible, I'll say 6 out of 10. No, I'll say 6 out of 10 that the fullback's gonna get it. And see, my junior year I played tailback, which tailback is basically at the wing T is a blocking back. You know what I'm saying? And so with Sean being like, I think Sean was like 5'8" or 5'9", and he was 175 pounds, and me, I was 6'1", 205 at tailback.
And you know what's crazy about that too? Like you get in the wing T, you get like smaller fullbacks, and then you got bigger tailbacks.
Tailbacks, yeah, because tailbacks are actually a blocking back out of the wing T. Yeah, but you got a lot of plays, but you're actually a blocking back, and that's another part of the game that I had to add to my repertoire, because I wasn't used to not getting the ball a lot until my junior year. You know what I'm saying? And because Sean was a senior, You know, he had the seniority, and plus he was a good football player. You know, he was a damn good running back. So with that, you know, every time I got the ball, man, I had to make like, you know, I'm going to the end zone. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to the end zone. So that's I developed that style of running. You know, practicing at practice and then practicing with my uncle. You know, when I get home and stuff like that. I developed that style. I have to be my own blocker. I have to do the spin move. I have to learn to drop the shoulder, to keep the knees up high pumping. You know, those are the things that I had because we wasn't always, you know, we was a small school. We was a big school, but we was small in size. You know, our offensive line, man, there's probably only 2 offensive linemen that was on our team that weighed more than I did.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And we was always smaller up front on offense and defense. You know what I'm saying? So
normally you hear that about nowadays class 2A football in the state of Texas or anywhere, like small schools. But now, I mean, it's so interesting how now you hear kids are like 6'5", 305 playing that offensive line. And I was kind of bigger than some of our offensive linemen over in Central Texas before I ended up moving down here in South Texas. But like, I mean, that's just an incredible. That 87 season was an incredible season for you guys.
We and that was another. It was a good season, but it was a disappointing season because we lost to Plano in the state semifinal game again. We lost to Plano that year against Steve Needham. Wow, that was a bad dude, man. Played quarterback for Plano. And
that's cold.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, he was, man. And I mean, when I look at it, we could have won that game if Coach would have utilized every aspect of his if he'd have put all his talent out there like a lot of people thought he should have. We should have went to state that year. We should have went to state 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
We should have went to state. Well, it should have been 3 years. It should have been my junior and senior year and the year that Lloyd and them went the year after.
Yeah, Chris Comer and Lloyd Hill.
Yeah, Lloyd and Chris. Yeah, they beat Aldi then. So, but even my senior year, you know, after our junior year, you know, we lost to Plano, and leading up to my senior year, man, you know, now our lives was on me. Our lives was on me. Booby Miles, you know, right number 1 in Texas, coming out of West Texas. Number 1 running back, tailback coming out of Texas. Blue chip, you know, this, that, and the third is in this magazine, that magazine. I mean, it was all brand new because I wasn't used to none of that, and I wasn't ready for it either. But at the same time, you know, it didn't bother me. And what we was trying to do is win a state championship, and you know, just the same old routine, nothing changed, you know. But the year and you know, we of course we got introduced Buzz, and he's gonna write a book that we never thought it was gonna be anything. You know, we didn't care. You know what I'm saying? We on a mission. Yeah. We on a mission, man. We gotta win state in '88. You know what I'm saying? And so that wasn't really it's Buzz. You know, he's gonna do a book. That's cool. Just stay out the way. You know, blah blah blah. We go through it.
And so some of the viewers that are outside of Texas do not understand how much we take football serious down here in the Lone Star State.
Oh yeah.
I think everybody has that mindset that we're going to win state. It doesn't matter if they go 0-10 in the regular season. They all have that mindset. We want that ring.
Exactly.
We want to show we're the best.
So it's a lot of things. What I learned in high school, and what I learned by watching a lot of kids, and this is why I do what I do. I'm gonna say this. A lot of the dudes that played with me, a lot of the cats we played together, some of them knew that this is the end for me. This is it for me right here. Permian. It's nothing after this. And I used to be like, man, it's after this college, after this, it's pro, you got the talent, man, you know what I'm saying? You got the talent, man. You was all American. You was all district, you was this. What you mean you ain't? I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna. And bro, no one. And you know how many people got? It was only Ivan Christian got a scholarship to TCU. I got a scholarship to go to Ranger Junior College. Mike, I don't know if he got a scholarship or he walked on at Baylor University.
Right.
Yeah, I believe he was a walk-on for Baylor.
Yeah, I think he walked on, and then Dunn, he went to college up in Oklahoma. That's originally where he's from. But he went to a D2 school up there, and he ended up playing ball. I think he walked on too. Chavez, he got the scholarship to go, academic scholarship to go to Harvard. And he went up there and he also went up there. He played ball up there, but he said it was totally like different. Like they don't even know what hard work is when he went up to Harvard, But I had offensive linemen, bro, that was all district, and all of this and all of that, didn't get not one scholarship, bro.
That's insane.
Not one scholarship, not even one offer, man.
That's
and it's crazy that I'm like, dude, this dude was an All-American. He didn't get nothing. And so that's why I do. And I know that. Don't get me wrong. I know because like I said, our linemen was underweight, undersized. So I kind of get that. Yeah. But there's also D2 schools and junior colleges, bro. That will help you develop your game along the way. Some people say size, they looking for the 6'6", 315 tackle. Okay, we understand that, but everybody is not like that. But then every school they don't require that. You understand what I'm saying? You got D1 level, you got D2 level, you got D3, and you got the JUCOs. I mean, let these kids go to the next level. Let them understand about getting a scholarship to go play football. It may be D3, it may be D2, it may be JUCO, but you developing character when you stand up and you build them and you help them further along their education and their hope of playing football.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying?
Especially the JUCO players that, like Last Chance U, for example. I mean, there's kids that don't get featured on there that are going to school in JUCO, never went to colleges. They don't get featured on there.
Right.
I mean, one of my favorite coaches on there, by the way, shout out to Coach JB, James Brown. I mean, hilarious dude. But just seeing the amount of talent that goes into JUCO, and then they try to get a scholarship. It's the same way with high school, but a different process because you're actually in a college, you're in an institution
Mm-hmm.
outside of high school.
Mm-hmm.
So you pretty much got to work your ass off. Day one, dietary plan.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, for the offensive linemen, they got to go through a dietary plan,
Mm-hmm.
whether people believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Dietary plan for offensive linemen, DBs, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Everybody.
kickers get it. Even
Right.
kickers get it.
Right.
And I mean, we had a guy uh, in Ingleside. He played for TLU. You wouldn't expect a guy his size, his weight. I mean, he was 5'3", 145. Played tailback for us for his senior year, and I was a sophomore playing
Mm-hmm.
JV corner. And shout out to Marquise Parole because he actually went up to TLU, Texas Lutheran University, for people
Mm-hmm.
that don't know. He actually set NCAA records.
Right.
Like,
Right.
people don't expect a guy his size to
Right.
excel in the higher level, and
Right.
that's a D3 school.
These three school, but look, he got a chance to explore his talent. And see,
Yeah,
that's the thing I'm good at. You know, we it seems like especially especially out in West Texas. You know, out in West Texas, you got to be a standout.
hmm
You know, you got to be a Roy Williams or a Lloyd Hill, you know, or Ivy Christian, you know, or Bradley Marquez. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a standout. You know what I'm saying? And last time I looked at it, football is a team sport.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I understand a kid having you can have a kid that's talent. They got talent. That's fine. But you know, one kid he can't get out there and do it by himself. So why can't we just seem to act to help these other kids? You know, regardless if they're not gonna be he won't be the one to go to Alabama, this UCLA or whatever. But at least he could be like, look, man, I got a scholarship to Hardin Simmons. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working. They got me being second string right now to the. You know, I can still work my way to first string. You giving them hope. You giving them confidence. You understand what I'm saying? You letting this
yeah,
kid know that look, man, you still got a chance to do what you want to do what you love, also, and get your education. You feel what I'm saying? So that's
yeah,
me, man. I'm into keeping these kids' dreams alive, bro. You know,
yeah.
now don't get me wrong. Now, if I can't, I, I'm not gonna sit. If you 5'3" and 105 pounds, and you talking about you want to play middle linebacker, well, I can't help you on that part. I can't help you on that part. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I most definitely can help you if you talking about, you know, reasonable at a reasonable something I can work with. Now, if I can't do it, I'm just gonna tell you, look, man, look,
Yeah, you,
you know,
you got
I'm not
time.
gonna BS you. You know, that's not what
Yeah,
I'm about. You know, I'm gonna be straight up
Right.
and honest with you.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
In today's football, you gotta be straight up with people, or
Yeah, you got to. You
yeah,
know,
because
you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, and at the same time, you don't want to put nobody in a position to where even if I think it, you know, wow, this kid ain't got a chance, but hey, guess what? I'm gonna go ahead and put him over here. No, I'm not gonna do that
yeah,
to a kid. You know, if I feel like, look, man, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it for this D1 school. Let's try this school down here. Let's try D2 school or JUCO. You know what I'm saying? Give you somewhere to start develop. Because some
right,
kids, even the superstars, you know, your 5-star athletes. Uh, oh man, he should be in Miami or he should be in Alabama. A lot of these schools ain't just because they're the schools that putting the kids on the news, or they're high profile schools that they got several national championships or whatever, that school might not be a good fit for that person. You feel what I'm saying? I take the time out to try to get a kid out of school where he feel comfortable, not because he got talent in this school here is a NFL shrine. So I'm gonna sit in there. I'm not gonna do that. If he doesn't feel comfortable at that school, you feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You want that kid to be somewhere where he can grow, where you know what I'm saying, where he can mature. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, you know, he's confident and comfortable with being here. Some people can't handle competition. You know what I'm saying? Some kids that had it so good here out through high school, and then when they get over here to Alabama, it's 30 more, just like you.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So some kids can't handle that. You know what I'm saying? Me, I love that. More talent, you know, you play the position I play, and it's, you know what I'm saying, is they say it's like 4 or 5 more of us that's in here that I've been, you know, blue chip, this, that, and the third. That's my type of a party. I want to be amongst the best. I want to play amongst the best because, hey, it might teach me something. You know, I can add to my repertoire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I got to ask you about the situation over in Texas right now. I mean, their quarterback competition is stacking up pretty good. You got Quinn Ewers and Hudson Card battling for the starting spot, but I think there's a contender right there. Malik Murphy could be a potential starter if he plays his cards right. I mean, he's been injured a little bit. The young man from California. I mean, I actually like that kid. I mean, but Quinn Ewers, 5-star, committed to Ohio State at first, and then transferred over to Texas.
Over to Texas, yeah. And you know what that had to do? You know what that had to do with, right? The transferring and all this. Yeah, that has to do with the money thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the money thing. That's the kid that got the Bentley deal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the kid that got the Bentley deal, the Bentley thing going. See when you start doing it like this here, this is where this is just me thinking and just me talking.
Right.
This is college. And I agree that these kids should be compensated or be given money, or however you want to say it, because it is college. NCAA is making a lot of money off of these kids.
Yeah,
I'm talking about they make it it's not more money than NFL off these kids. And I don't see nothing wrong with name, the name likeness thing. I don't see nothing wrong with it. But you get kind of out of hand with it when you got like the Ohio State quarterback. You got this kid gets a Bentley deal. The Bentley car company wants to sponsor him or whatever, however you want to call it. Okay.
Yeah.
But the next kid, you know, who he getting his money from? Where's your starting tailback gonna get his money from? Is he gonna get a deal like that?
Probably
you
not.
You feel what I'm saying? I feel like if you're gonna do this, if you're gonna pay these kids, you give them all the set salary. I don't care who starts. I don't care what type of talent he got. He's still in college. It's still a process going. First, you want to teach this kid how to manage money, do anything with money. If he's on that level of making it to the NFL, of making millions of dollars, then this is the process that you want to show him. You want to show him how to deal with money, how to maintain money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How to not get out there and do like the Pac-Man Jones, go to the strip club and throw $80,000 in the sky, and then get mad when people start picking it up. You understand what I'm saying? This is the things you want to do. If you're gonna pay these kids, you got to, it's something comes with that. You got to also teach them. Look, man, this is how you handle your money. Do something with your money, because football ain't always gonna be there.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? This is something they should teach them. I'm cool with all of that, but this is something y'all need to add to your repertoire. If this is what you feel like these kids, yeah, I feel like these kids, these young men and women should be, given some type of allowance for playing. But if you're going to do that, you also need to teach them how to manage it.
Right. I 100% agree. I think they should have classes as far as money finances.
Right.
Or like a motivation or like a speaker to come in every week and talk to them. And kids are gonna be kids, but they're also growing up around these times. I mean, I'll be straight up with you, Booby. Like, I was in the Navy when I graduated right out of high school at the age of 19.
Mm-hmm.
I was dumb. I was stupid. I didn't know what to do with my money, so I just did it like that.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's the same aspect in the military as what the name, image, and likeness.
Right.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand. That kids will be kids and they will spend money on stupid stuff.
Right.
Because it happens. They're gonna go and try to find the next game console or the next Madden or whatever.
Right.
Instead of focusing on
longevity,
like, how can I find a new house? How can I
set yourself up?
Yeah.
Set yourself up not to.
Where can I put my savings in? You know what I mean? And it's great that they get sponsorships. I love the idea for them to get sponsorships. It's just, how are they going to manage sponsorships?
Right.
How are they going to sponsor the money that they're given? And I feel like it's kind of like they should get paid based off of their classifications. So seniors should be paid this much and juniors this much. I mean, I get it, they're star level, but how are they
that's where the confusion comes in. The star level. See, that's why I said it shouldn't be no star level, like you say, seniors, juniors, sophomore, freshmen. Yeah, it should be a level that you get paid each right there. And that should be that. Because see, you keep everybody humble. You keep your teammates humble. You keep your teammates' chemistry all together. Because guess what, man? Hey, I'm getting paid what I'm supposed to get paid.
Yeah.
I'm a senior. Yeah. Y'all giving me X amount of dollars because I'm a senior. But yeah, I'm a 5-star athlete. Yeah, I could be making. I could be going to the NFL next year. That's all fine and dandy. But on this team, you're gonna be treated just like everybody else until you make it to that next level. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how I see that, man. I mean, is to me that way to keep a whole bunch of finger pointing going on, like the thing that was going on with Saban and Coach Prime Time and all of that stuff. What
so
school?
How do you like that storyline going, Fisher and Saban?
Oh man. It's sad, but I mean, I wish I was on the inside so I could know a lot more. But being on the outside, and I'm guessing, I look at it like, Saban, man, you can't have all the good players. You know what I'm saying? You get enough. You get enough. You can't get mad at Texas A&M and you know, Sons of Mississippi and all this stuff, man. These are
Yeah.
these schools have the opportunity to flex that like that now. They
Yeah.
can offer this kid that, which I think that's what I said. I think that's not. I don't think that's good. You gotta want to come to this school because this school is offering you something other than money.
Money and starting
The
time too.
school
That's
got to
another
offer
thing.
you. It's offering you an education. It's offering you, a chance to grow in life, be something. It's giving you. What are you getting out of this? Besides,
And I think, yeah.
you're a 5-star athlete and you able to get a Bentley deal.
And
What if you get hurt? What if your senior year, you understand me?
yeah.
You tear your whole leg up, and then what happens? Where your Bentley deal go?
Oh, it's right down the
You know what
drain,
I'm
man.
saying? Now
Yeah.
you done messed up your chances in the NFL. Your numbers done dropped. You know what I'm saying? Your stocks done dropped. Now what you gonna do? But you was too
Yeah.
busy having this Bentley money and wasn't trying to do nothing with it. Set it aside just in case for a rainy day or something like that happened. You
Right.
feel what I'm
I mean,
saying? And
yeah.
Exactly.
this is the point. This is the time that they need to teach these young athletes that, bro. That way they don't
Yeah.
go to the league and pull an Anthony Brown. You feel what I'm saying? Antonio Brown, I
Yeah.
mean. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's the thing that that I'm trying to get into do into the I'm trying to work my way into the NFL to talk to these young cats that get drafted, even to some of these college kids that are getting this type of money. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Before
Yeah.
they even make it to the league, man. This is what you're gonna do. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
giving money to this kid that's straight out the projects or straight out the hood who ain't never had anything. You know what
Exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
saying? So you
Yeah.
want,
Amen to that.
right? You want this kid. I would want that kid to not waste it on foolishness. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I feel like, especially over in Miami, in the past uh, drama that they've had over the years. I mean, they've had a teammate kill a teammate before
Yeah.
over a dispute. I mean,
Right.
with that being said, I mean, it's not just the NIL rules that's kind of being questioned right now. It's also the transfer portal. I mean, people are screaming and shouting that it's ruining football. I
The
mean,
transfer.
yeah, the transfer
Yeah,
portal.
because
I mean,
it's ruining. I'm gonna tell you what is really hurting. It's really hurting high school recruiting. It's really hurting high school
yes,
recruiting because you're getting a lot of these kids are transferring from like you say, from Georgia to Alabama or from Texas Tech to Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
and it's kind of like the NFL.
yeah.
It's kind of like the
What the hell is
NFL.
going on here?
Right, right. It's
I
kind of
mean,
like the NFL. So, and that's what is really hurting though is the high school recruiting because
yeah,
they're taking these kids what they're doing and it's kind of smart when if you think about it. They get this kid, they look at this kid and say I'm gonna go like I'm gonna go like uh what's his name? I can't believe it. I'm not the Browns quarterback.
Oh,
Deshaun
Deshaun
Watson.
Watson.
Who? No, not the son. He's the quarterback for
Oh,
now.
Baker. You're talking about
Baker.
Baker.
Oh,
Like
Baker.
Baker
Yeah,
Mayfield. Baker started out at Texas Tech.
yeah. So you know the whole story behind Baker Mayfield.
Or not the
I'm
whole story.
impressed.
I don't know the whole story. But you see how he went. Okay, who was the quarterback at OU before Baker Mayfield?
Oh, I think it's Trevor Knight, if I'm not mistaken. OU fans out there, as much as I despise the Sooners because I am a Texas Longhorn fan, don't hate
I
on me
want to
because I don't
say
remember. Because those were dark times a little bit before. No, it was Trevor Knight, I believe,
where's Trevor Knight? Okay, you see how?
because yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, you see how Trevor Knight, uh, when he left, I forget it was the youngsters behind him. Because I want to say Trevor didn't play for a couple of games. Whoever it was that did play for a couple of games. Then they had a backup that came in and he played good. Where he ended up, that backup quarterback ended up going to either Oregon Ducks or he went somewhere, Washington, somewhere like that.
Yeah.
And then
He
they
went
got
over to the Pac-12. I do remember that.
and then out of a sudden they get Baker Mayfield, but they also got a coach, didn't they? From Texas.
Yeah, Cliff
From Texas Tech.
Kingsbury.
Yeah,
Or not
he
Cliff
went up.
Kingsbury. That was Lincoln Riley. I'm
Right.
sorry.
So he went over there. He went over there with them. You see what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
after Baker left, then you have White Castle.
What's that?
Huh? You had White Castle at Texas Tech.
Yeah.
My boy. I can't think of nobody's name today, man. That's crazy. They say he got COVID now. Patrick
Kyler?
Mahomes. Patrick
Oh, you're
Mahomes.
talking about Patty Mahomes?
Yeah. They
Yeah,
say
over
he
at
got
Texas Tech that year.
COVID right now.
Oh, you're thinking of Kyler Murray. He has COVID right now.
Oh, Kyler Murray has COVID right now. Okay.
Yeah,
But
he
then,
has
look,
COVID.
but what I'm saying is these colleges that have been on, they get these quarterbacks to come from this school to that school because they've been and picked up on him. You understand what I'm saying? For instance, like the kid at Georgia Tech that won this year.
Yeah.
He went and left, then came back. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He left and then he came back to Georgia Tech. You see what I'm saying? And so these coaches want somebody, instead of having to take a kid from high school, they kind of want a quarterback that they can put back there that's Joe familiar with the system. You feel what I'm saying? They want a quarterback, right? Because that's
just like the Caleb Williams and the Lincoln Riley situation when they both went to USC and pretty much took the half of the coaching staff with them,
right?
And some of the players, and then Spencer Rattler went to South Carolina with a tight end, Stogner, the tight end, and it looks like OU's going to have trouble this season, which we'll get into that later this season, folks. So
we need them to have some trouble. We do.
Yeah, but never count out the Sooners in Big 12 play for sure because
they got to play hard.
I count them out last season because I thought they were overrated until Caleb Williams stepped up to play against Texas.
Yeah.
God forbid.
It's kind of weird they're having a quarterback situation.
Yeah.
Over there, it is kind of weird.
Well,
but
I don't think it's that critical this season because they got Dylan Gabriel out of UCF over there.
Did they?
That's a positive. But
so they went down south and got him one.
Yeah. And, I think they're going to be more defensive minded with Brent Venables as the new head coach for the Sooners. I mean, he did really well with Clemson for sure. especially against Alabama that one year where
yeah,
they completely dismantled
yeah,
them. And
yeah.
I couldn't believe that. I never thought I would ever see a Nick Saban team get blown out like that.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, especially by the friendly Dabo Swinney. You know, that
Hey,
daggone coach. I
hey,
mean, he's something else, man.
yeah, yeah.
But but yeah, like those
So
situations like that.
who you going with this? Who you going with this year?
Oh, I can't spoil that, Booby. You know
Okay, okay,
that.
all right. I'm gonna let you hold on to that. Yeah, I'm gonna let you hold on to it.
Mainly
What
because
you say, Caleb? What you got going on?
I'm an NFL guy. I don't know a whole lot
Oh,
about all
oh,
that, man.
you okay? You the NFL. So who? Okay, Mr. NFL. What you think about Julio Jones
Oh,
being
well,
a Buccaneer?
we
I mean,
got some
Tom
of
Brady. Tom Brady always knows how to pull the strings in order to get a guy that,
Man, look,
you know what I'm saying? He did it with,
hey, look, man. Tom Brady. Hey, look, big arm Tom. That's what I call him. Big arm Tom.
Yep.
Big arm Tom, man, is over with. It's over with. He had his run, man. You
I
know,
yeah,
and
know.
I say this
there's too much
because,
skill.
huh?
There's too much skill. You know what I'm saying? He had a great year last year, but I'm just,
Yeah,
there's
he had a
some,
great year last year. But this is what I say. One thing about the NFL, it don't take long for them to adjust and adapt to
Yeah.
somebody like Patrick Mahomes. He got away the first year.
yeah.
You feel
You
what I'm
see him last
saying?
year, he was throwing like
Yeah, you see what I'm
picks
saying?
left
But
and
see,
right.
they adapted to him. The
Right.
defense is adapting to him. So he's limited. He's gonna be limited to a lot of things. See,
Yeah.
Brady's smart.
Especially.
See, this how I tell you how Brady's smart. Brady said, "Look, y'all can adapt. They can adapt to me, but they can't
But they can't
adapt to
adapt to this guy.
to the players.
Yeah.
That guy, that guy. So this is what I can do. Is y'all, as long as y'all protect me and y'all give me the people I can work with.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it several times though. We saw it with Randy Moss. We saw it with even Chad
Right.
Ochocinco. So Chad Ochocinco didn't work out. We all know that. And then he had
He
Antonio
hurt
Brown. He
himself.
had
Yeah.
probably several other people. You know what I'm saying?
Antonio
It's like,
Brown, who would have been just miraculous with him, just didn't just
yeah, it's
but you
just
get
Antonio
somebody
Brown.
like Julio
Well,
Jones,
I have
Right.
Heavy.
legitimate beef. I have legitimate beef about Antonio Brown. Okay, this involves
Okay.
fantasy football. Okay, I was going to win the championship game in my fantasy league until he pulled that stunt in East Rutherford. I was so pissed off about that.
Why would you pick
Like,
Antonio Brown, man? That's tough.
I mean,
so, and the worst part was I had Jamar Chase on the bench because I thought he was going to struggle against the
yeah,
Ravens that week.
yeah,
But guess what? He had a record-breaking game
yeah, and
and had
Antonio,
50 points, and I would have obliterated the guy that won the championship, and you would
yeah,
have seen me with a belt on.
yeah.
I would have been walking around saying I'm the goat of fantasy football, but oh no, I always have bad luck in fantasy football. I always end up second or third. So
Yeah.
there's that.
I've started playing it. I really didn't get into it. I just like to check the stats of the the aftermath and stuff. But I
Yeah,
had really got into it, and my wife's pretty good at it.
really.
Yeah,
Is that who I was on the phone with
and she
earlier?
and I'm embarrassed to even say this, but I'm gonna say it. And she only picked the guys that are cute to her. She knows. She knows nothing.
Typical.
Yeah. I mean, like, and I asked, why did you pick him? Because he's cute. I was like, oh, Lord have mercy. But
Let
she
me
But
guess.
wins
You
more.
picked Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, she wins more than I do, though.
hey, it's okay. She picked Nicolas Cage off that one movie, Gone in 60 Seconds or whatever.
Nicolas Cage, oh, Lord.
But
And it's
you gotta
already,
give you gotta give
and
props to that guy. I mean,
So
I had him as a quarterback this past season. I mean, he didn't really put up the fantasy points that I thought he would
uh,
because he's known for his Hail Mary passes, and he's MVP back to back to back seasons, you know.
yeah,
But I mean, I had a surprising year with AJ Dillon. That's, I mean, I picked him up late in the season because King Henry was out.
yeah,
I, I mean, I had a stacked card, but just had bad luck with injuries, and then
yeah,
AJ Dillon picks up the
yeah.
role, and
Dylan did
my
good,
goodness,
didn't
he's picking up 15 points a game
he?
for me.
Yeah, Dylan did good. I was surprised with Dylan too.
Yeah,
Um,
and
so Kate,
Aaron Jones too. Aaron
who?
Jones too.
Oh
Aaron
yeah,
Jones.
Jones. Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Jones did all right.
Green
Yeah,
Bay's got a very underrated running back core,
yeah.
you know. So I mean,
So what you?
it's a grueling process to deal with, and especially if you do DraftKings. I mean,
Yeah,
I do DraftKings for
yeah. That's what we
UFC.
do. DraftKings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do DraftKings with UFC.
Oh yeah.
But I lose money. I lose money so bad. But
Hey, Caleb. Um, um. So tell me who you see coming out the AFC.
Uh, so NFC was pretty much stacked last year. AFC was like top 10 teams. You would usually see like 7, 8 of them be like NFC a lot of times most of the year last year. Well this off season there's been a lot of AFC movement, a lot of AFC teams getting a lot better. That's a tough question. I'd probably have to go with, I don't know. I really think, oh, it's tough. I mean, because I can see the Bills. I can see that because the Bills they've got everything there. They just got better, honestly. And then you got the Raiders. I can see the Raiders just, I don't know. I think Derek Carr is probably going to have his best year just because he's actually got a really good target now, you know. Well, he
Mhm.
has him and Darren Waller. So it's like,
hey,
you know,
it's the Fresno State connection, man. What did I tell you on the live stream, man? Fresno State connection, baby. Devontae Adams, Derek
Yeah,
Carr.
he got his boy back over there. He got Dante Adams. He got his
Yeah,
boy.
yeah,
Uh,
I'd have to just play it safe and just say the Bills, but I don't know, man. It's a tough one to go over.
you say the Bills because of the offense or defense?
I mean, just the whole.
you
I
could
mean,
just say
they added depth at offense. They added depth at offense and defense, but not only that, they added some more star power. So it's like,
yeah, especially your that I just found out that Von Miller is your cousin too.
Yeah, Vaughn is my cousin.
Yeah,
Vaughn
so
uh Ason is my cousin too, Jeffries.
oh, really?
wow,
Yeah, play wide receiver for the Eagles.
The Bears and the
yeah,
Eagles. Yep.
Yeah, Bears.
Alshon Jeffrey. Yeah,
Yeah,
that gives
Alshon
Caleb
Jeffrey.
nightmares.
Yeah, Alshon Jeffrey. He kind of like it was him and Brandon Marshall. Brandon Marshall was killing it, and then he went over. I think Brandon Marshall ended up leaving, and then Jeffrey was that guy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
wow, that's cool. That's really cool to.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Von Miller getting a 6-year deal in Buffalo is probably a big win for Buffalo. I mean, defensively, they needed an edge rusher on the side as well. And I gotta say, Von Miller is probably one of my favorite Aggies, if not my favorite Aggies of all time. I hate saying that because I'm a Longhorn fan. So it burns my insides when I talk good about
Mine's
the
Johnny
Aggies.
Manziel, man. Johnny Manziel, dude.
Oh, Johnny, yeah.
Johnny Manziel. Yeah, you gotta love Johnny Manziel.
Flake?
Gotta love Johnny.
Johnny Flake, you know, I mean, he couldn't last in the NFL.
He went to my Browns, and you know the Browns kind of anybody that goes to the Browns and the Browns.
I just think he if they'd have gave him, if he's just been a little bit more calmer in his situation,
I agree.
He'll be a talked about quarterback right now. I believe. If things just wouldn't have just kind of went, if somebody would have got over there and just took a hold of him and just kind of set him down and look, hold on, man. You know what I'm saying? You wilding out right now. You know, because you got to understand, Johnny came from money, so money wasn't no big deal.
Yeah,
with him. He come
especially
from
over there in Kerrville.
Yeah,
over there in Kerrville.
right.
We all know about the Kerrville money over there.
Right. So that wasn't the issue. A lot of people try to say it's the money. Nah, he come from money, so that wasn't the issue. It's just that he's a very confident guy. And he made it to a level that a lot of people said it and knew that he probably wouldn't make it to. And he made it to the NFL, being a small quarterback. Right. You know what I'm saying? And he did that. Really. He did that. And that was more his thing was, I done it. It wasn't that I got money now because he been having that. It's all that I done it and I showed y'all and I proved to y'all that I done it, that I could do this. But I think if he'd have had somebody in his corner to sit him down and to humble himself, he'll be a household name right now.
Oh, absolutely. He did things that a lot of people. Oh, go ahead, Caleb.
Oh, I had a question since we were kind of going over players and stuff. Like, I just had a question since. You played running back or fullback or stuff like that. Was there a certain player or someone that you idolized or watched and you really?
Man, come on, man! I can go through Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, Eric Dickerson, Wilbur Montgomery. A lot of you don't even know who that is.
I don't think I heard of him.
That's throwback right there. Wilbur Montgomery. He was number 31. He played for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Right. Oh,
yeah.
So if you had to give a top three,
Gale Sayers too, right, Booby? Gale Sayers.
Yeah, Gale Sayers was way before my time.
Right.
Yeah, but Gale Sayers was.
I'll be real honest with you, Booby. Like I liked a lot of what Gale Sayers did.
Yeah, back then.
Yeah. And that was when I was trying to be a good fullback over in the Central Texas. Ended up moving down to go to two different positions that I've never even played in my entire life, except for slot. Back in Pee Wee, me and Caleb played receivers, but we had a weird system. It was a spread. Ace offense. So it was 4 receivers, quarterback under center, and a fullback.
Yeah.
And the slot receivers would play as the tailback.
Tailback, right.
I don't know if you remember that.
Sort of like a spread, what they call it. You take your running backs and you spread them out like
pretty much. So we were utility backs is what I like to call us, So
I would get any of reverses basically.
Right.
Reverses.
Right.
I was that speed guy. I was a stretch guy.
Right. Put you in motion, and then hike the ball, turn around, and hand it to you.
Oh, and I was gone.
On the stretch, So like a stretch pitch or a stretch handoff.
Yeah. It's funny because I mentioned that offense because that's the offense that my dad ran when we were playing Pee Wee football.
Oh, okay.
So it was pretty innovative for single back formation. Nobody ever used it.
Yeah.
Not college, not high school, not NFL. It was just something new.
Yeah, it's a lot of weapons. If you can use it successfully, that's a dangerous offense.
We were pretty successful. I think what was our downfall, though, Caleb could probably agree with me with this. We just were not as good on defense as we thought we were, and also there were some players that were out of categories, out of position,
Right.
Like when we first started, I played as a safety. Caleb played as a defensive end. We didn't really mesh well at that position.
Right,
at
because
those
that one,
positions.
yeah, I can
So
understand
we
that.
switched positions. It worked out better. We even
Right,
beat our. I mean, this is Pee Wee football talk anyway, so
right.
anything can happen. But my point being, like, innovative offenses that can be implemented and can work out, you can run those. Like the single back spread, in my opinion, was my favorite offense of all time that I've
Yeah,
ever got to play on,
yeah,
because you got the mixture of running the ball, catching the screen or
right,
slant, or even a dig route. I mean,
right.
drag routes,
Yeah,
anything.
roll, the wagon route, wagon wheel route.
Oh, the wheel route. The
Yeah,
wheel
wheel
route is
route,
one of
wagon
my
wheel
favorite
route. Yeah,
route
you
combinations.
that single back, you got to be a complete back, and the complete back not only runs, catches, he also blocks. So you
Yeah,
got to
you got to
take
be a
on,
real good
you
pass
got to
blocker
take on that,
for
you
that
got to take
offense.
on that stunt coming through there. You know
Oh
what
yeah,
I'm
I didn't
saying?
even think of that. Look
Yeah,
at look at
yeah,
Booby going back in time.
yeah, all right, man. That's how
But
you play, man. That's I know that like the back, I sleep and run and put a play together, you
yeah,
know.
I mean, it's incredible to talk to a Texas football legend about what we used to run in high school or in Pee Wee football, Caleb. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how we grew up as a, and really it was kind of like a brotherhood type of deal with when we went to middle school and junior high and uh, half of my freshman year in
Yeah.
high school, and uh, like brotherhood means a lot in football,
Mhm.
especially in high school, and you got to experience that a lot in high school, Booby,
Mhm.
especially over there in Permian. I mean,
Yeah,
now,
our brotherhood, you got to understand that at that time in Permian, man, in Odessa and West Texas, at that time it was still a lot of it's still a lot of racism
oh, for
going
sure. I
on
mean,
in West Texas, and
yeah,
our football team, which was predominantly white, uh, our
yeah,
football team didn't play that. And I'm talking just the team. I'm not adding any coaches. I'm just saying the
right,
team. We didn't play that. You know what I'm saying? And and
yeah,
and I remember like our sophomore year, we had a few I kind of little dings amongst players because we didn't know each other really. And then you
yeah.
had some that was kind of into their feelings because they lost their position to a black kid.
Right.
You
And
feel what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
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 that
and it's
that
and
reminds
it's
me of the story of Remember the Titans too,
yeah,
where
yeah,
they converged the two teams, the
right,
white team and the black team, and they became the Titans. Like
right.
at first they were all angry at each other and started fighting in the dorm room. Speaking of fights, uh, I know the movie played this during the first day of practice. Did you and Don Billingsley actually get into it? Did y'all actually throw hands?
Me and Don got into it our junior year. We don't even understand how who told this story, but that happened our junior year. It didn't
Was it
happen
on the
our senior
field or
year.
was it in the locker room?
Yeah, but see, because it was in the locker room, but it was in the locker room when we was in the 11th grade. We
Right.
don't. I don't understand how that story even came up to Buzz about that. But yeah, we had. It wasn't even a fight. It was just it lasted all about what about 30 seconds. A little
Just
And
like
push.
the
that's the movie.
movie.
Yeah,
And I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
remember.
different setting. They
yeah,
thought a locker room fight was just too much, and they'll just put it on the field where
yeah,
uh, Coach Gary Gaines just watches on like these two kids.
yeah,
I swear.
yeah.
So
And that incident, and it wasn't even about him fumbling the ball. It was something. It was like 6:37 in the morning, man. We got lift. We come early in the morning to lift weights. And, we up early in the morning, man. We really don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying? And it's some words was exchanged, and then me and Don, we had a little pussy match for a little bit. That's as far as it went. Yeah.
So who broke that up? I'm sorry, Caleb. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, do you still keep in touch with people you went to high school with and played ball with?
Yeah. I talked to Lloyd. I just talked to Lloyd here yesterday. I talked to Don. I check up on Don. I talked to Chavez. Man, and all other
awesome.
Dudes that played with us, I talked to them too.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
But see, I only keep in touch with like 2 or 3 people that I went to school with. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to keep those people around.
Right. Man, we keep in touch with each other, man. We kind of try to see how everybody's doing, man. Because these days, people dropping like flies, man.
Yeah.
Every time you turn around, I'm hearing, this person I went to school with passed away. My wife's hearing the same thing about her friends and somebody she met passing away, man. It's like going crazy.
Just get right with God, man.
Right. Yeah, you better get right with him.
Yeah.
Caleb, you said you was gonna ask me who in Pacific about something.
Oh, I'm all about like players and stuff. I was gonna say, well, who would you think in this era of football right now? Who you think is like your favorite running back, and then maybe like back in the day or just all time, like who's your favorite best running back? You think?
I'm gonna tell you my favorite running back all time back in the day is Walter Payton.
Walter Payton, yeah.
Yeah, Walter Payton was the full package, and that's who I want. That's who I tried to mimic my style after. Was Walter Payton? He's gonna run past you, he'll run over you, he'll juke you. He'll
take you to the end zone.
Yeah, he take you to the end zone.
Yeah.
See, I'm a running back guy, so I like to go over just like running backs from usually like the 90s, 80s, even up.
Yeah.
Like, I've always been a running back guy. Like, it's just I love watching ever since like LT and Clinton Portis, all those guys, man.
TP, that's my boy, TP. Clint Portis, man, that was a monster.
Can't hate on that guy.
Yeah, TP, man.
The Broncos should have never got rid of him.
No.
They let him go.
I used to hate it when
I'm gonna tell you a running back. I'm gonna tell you a running back that I like, and he just recently passed.
Marion Barber?
Away. Yes.
Yeah, I love Marion Barber.
I like Barber. Marion Barber had the type. He had the Booby Miles type attitude. He ran every time he got that ball, man. He ran hard, bro. Like his story hard, man.
His story is sad. He had I think a mental issue or something like that.
Right.
I think it might have been from CTE or something. But if you listen to his story, it's sad how I feel like no one was like there for him, man. It's
right. He couldn't trust nobody. From what I understand, he would get close enough, and then he would back people out because he felt like people was out to get him.
Or taking advantage of him.
Taking advantage of him. So that's part of his mental. Yeah. But
man, that's sad.
And the running back that's in the league today that I know without a doubt that's my running style is Derrick Henry.
Hey,
Derrick Henry?
Yeah, Derrick Henry.
I was gonna say
I
Nick
mean-
Chubb. I don't know why.
Yeah, now
I
Derrick Henry
love
is that's more my running style because I'm
Stiff
tall. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
tall.
bigger back.
Yeah, and I was a big back. So
And if you got any space, you got those
yeah,
strides going.
if I got some space, I'm gonna get going.
Yeah.
That's how Derrick Henry is, man.
Yeah, that's how Derrick Henry is. Yeah.
You know, another
That's
running
awesome.
back that I liked when I first started watching football as a kid. I mean, he was a Houston Oiler and also a Tennessee Titan, Eddie George. I mean,
Yeah, Eddie
former-
George was nice.
Former Buckeye.
Buckeye, he's another big. That's
And-
another big former running back, big back.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
you know,
and
and you notice the teams, and I'm gonna say this. You notice that out of most of the teams that got good passing yards,
yeah,
they got good. You know, their quarterbacks do good, their receivers do good. They have a big running back.
yeah,
They have a big running back. And you look at what's his name? Tabernacle, Turner Hill.
Oh,
oh, Ryan Tannehill.
Tannehill.
Right.
And he's a West Texas boy too.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's from Big Springs, Texas. Tannehill, you look at his passing yards. When Eddie's in it, when Eddie, during the games when Eddie plays, you look at his passing yards. When that it opens up a game. You got a running back that you can, no doubt,
Rely on.
yeah, you can rely on, no doubt. Hey, look, man, we need 5 yards. Come on, Big Henry, come on. That's easy, bro. Because guess what?
Right.
Your defense is gonna do. They're gonna gear up to stop this run. Come on,
Right.
man. You send old Brown down the way. Come on, man.
yeah,
That's the best. You cannot have a running back that you can't shoot up in the middle, man. You got to have one, bro. You got to have.
one.
I'm gonna tell you, and I'm not a Cowboy fan. I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you, Cowboys when they had
DeMarco.
was
Emmitt
it
Smith?
No, when they had the
the
1-2 punch.
Oh.
Felix and Marion. That
Man,
was probably
yeah,
crazy. When they had Felix.
Felix Jones and
Yeah.
Marion Barber, and they also
Marion
had Tashard
Barber.
Choice.
When they had them, man, Dallas. I don't understand, bro. I don't understand how they could not make it to the
They
playoffs. Yeah,
Right.
and that 1-2 punch they had right there was a beast.
Right.
yeah.
It was
Because they're
a
just totally
beast,
different running
man.
backs, so you had to. It was
Right.
hard to adapt to them at both. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you got a guy that's gonna run fast, and you got a guy that's gonna run through you. So
You run through exactly.
Yeah.
So you don't know how to
Yeah.
accommodate that.
So did they ever get 1,000 yards or those couple seasons? Like,
those running
or
backs.
was it just either or?
Nah, they
Oh.
I don't think did Felix. I think Jones
Felix Jones
came
never
close.
had 1,000.
Right,
No, he never
came
got
close.
1,000. That's right.
Marion Barber never had 1,000 either.
Either. Yeah, I know Marion didn't.
But
Marion
just
had a
imagine,
couple good touchdowns though, and
Yeah.
yeah,
he was never like a guy that was gonna bust off 20 yards. Sometimes,
Right.
but he ain't
Yeah.
like
Man, Barber
you know
got
what I'm saying?
hard yards.
Right.
Man,
He's gonna
Barber was
he's
the
gonna
one-
tire down the
yeah.
defense.
Yeah, he the one you gonna shoot up in there. You know,
That
he
one
gonna
Patriots
get them.
run. Oh, boy.
Right.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
broke
He the
like
one
he
gonna
broke like
get you
10
them hard
tackles.
4. Yeah, he gonna get you
Yeah.
them hard 4 yards. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what Barber would do.
Right.
That's what I like.
And I missed DeMarco Murray, but as soon as you put him in a different scheme, he went to the
You're
Eagles.
right.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so scheme and then just health wise, you got to stay healthy as running back, and then scheme.
Right.
Scheme
Not
a lot of
just
times
that,
you can
like-
take for it.
Right.
Not just that, like the offensive line that he had too was pretty unstoppable. at that point.
Yeah.
They were,
Well,
they were
Dallas had offensive
almost
line for
Oh, yeah.
for
For years.
decades.
Right, for decades, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for decades. It's I mean, the best time you ever seen it with Emmett was that
Right.
running
Yes.
back.
Super
I
Bowl
mean, come
30.
on, man. I could have put my grandmother behind that offensive line.
She would have got
She's
3 a pop.
98 years old. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
you know
could
what I'm
put a tortoise behind that offensive line and you'd still get a touchdown out of that. I mean,
I tell you what, you give Barry Sanders that offensive line that Emmitt Smith had.
Oh,
I
come
guarantee you,
on.
I
2,000
guarantee you,
yards.
outrun Emmett without a doubt, bro.
And that's what we see a lot of times.
Without
These
a
best
trace.
running backs, these
Yeah.
most like the best running backs, they always got the worst line. Like what?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you gotta watch film. You can really see.
Who? Who did you say?
Caleb,
TJ?
what you say?
No, I think you said something, TJ.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
you,
it made no
TJ.
sense to me that Detroit would go after the best running back in the draft and then just not have
That's
you had
that's why Saquon Barkley. I know
king.
he's had trouble staying healthy and all, but Saquon Barkley needs to get out of New York, man, because he's way better than what he's been doing.
Well, it's one thing you got to understand. They got a good quarterback over there in Jones too. Jones is a good quarterback. You know what they need to do is work on that offensive line. You got a prime time quarterback, prime time running back. Now you got who went over there to wide receiver?
Galladay?
Is it
Galladay.
is it Galladay?
Yeah, Galladay,
Galladay.
Sterling Shepard.
I know they still got Shepard.
They got that rookie from last year. I forgot his name now.
Somebody just went over there from somebody just went over there from it might have been Galladay. They went over there from a good team. Wide receiver went over there for a good team. He's gonna be a New Yorker now. See, that's what they need to. That's what they need to develop now is work on that offensive line. You got your key players. You got your quarterback, you got your running back, you got receivers, tight end. Now let's work on your offensive line.
If you have a great offensive line and a bunch of average players, you're going to be more successful than a bunch of, a couple stars here and there and then have a poor line,
Right.
Yeah. I mean, they did pick up a really good offensive tackle in the first round. Me and Caleb, I'm pretty sure you've seen the draft special, Boobie.
Yeah. The offensive tackle, you want those have got to be your protectors right there.
Yes.
That got to be your backside protector. You know what I'm saying?
He also mentioned working with Kayvon Thibodeau during OTAs, and he said it's iron sharpens iron. I noticed, I've read that article today, and I really like that matchup for two first-round rookies, especially in the beginning of the first 10 picks of the NFL draft. Kayvon Thibodeau, I thought was going to go to Jacksonville, ends up going to New York to play for the Giants, and you got the other rookie for that offensive tackle spot, and they're working together trying to make each other better. And that's what you need if you're New York.
Right.
And I could see Kayvon Thibodeau being a really big threat, almost about as big as a threat as O.C. Umanira or Michael Strahan back in the day.
Oh yeah. Well, I think this is where I was gonna come. It's everybody you say this, you say that. Now it's time to show. Draft over with. You know what I'm saying? Camp going on right now. Now it's time to put up and shut up. No,
Yeah,
ain't no
it's
time. Yeah, ain't no time to.
time to bring that sauce.
Right. You got what you're looking for. You got paid. You got the money.
And that's exactly it. And I love to watch the preseason because these guys they're going to just go back doing their day job or something. Not everybody's going to be able to make it, so everybody's going to give their best shot.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to try to give their best shot.
That's right.
At the end of the day, it's gonna subtract to 22 players.
Oh yeah.
It starts off with
cutthroat business. This is a cutthroat business. This is the part. This is the part. Like I was saying earlier. In college, I feel like they, like you said, seniors should get paid so much, juniors so forth. If anything is going to separate anything, that should be the thing that separates your class. The pay should be according to that class, not according to their talent, because that's when a lot of things gonna start coming hurt the team, and then you're gonna have a lot of confusion amongst the team. You know what I'm saying? Well, why they paying you? Why you getting this much? I'm this and I'm that. I've done this. You get all of that. So you ain't gonna never get no team chemistry like that.
Exactly. It kills the drama.
Right.
Yeah.
So now when you come in now, when this same player, they got that Bentley deal. You know what I'm saying? He got the Bentley deal when I was in college. But now when you get up here to the league, you can't even throw 5 yards.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Something didn't happen.
Yeah.
What then went on? See, he done lost his hunger. He done lost his hunger, man. You don't want to kill that for an athlete, man. I got a Bentley deal. What they talking about? Man, I'm already driving Bentley. I got a Bentley deal. I'm getting Bentley money. I'm driving Bentley every day. Come on. You done already killed it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to him, in his mind, he probably thinking, how much better can it get?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
How much better can it get? He good. It can get better.
Or it can, but
it can get
I
better.
get exactly what you're saying.
He's looking at it like this, like, man, I got a Bentley deal, bro. I ain't got to worry about that, man. I get paid more than you. I got this.
Exactly.
You got a Nissan deal. I'm on. You know what I'm saying? It's sitting that you don't want to create that type of atmosphere in your locker room on your team. You don't want to create that type. I'd rather look, man. All of y'all getting the same amount of money if you're on the scout team to the first team. You get paid the same amount. It don't make no difference. That's how I feel it should be.
Oh, absolutely, man.
So keep them humble, man. And keep them humble. And keep them hungry. You understand what I'm saying? And it keeps them focused.
Takes care of everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Takes care of everybody. Yeah. This is a job.
And if you're really good and you go your junior year or sophomore year, then there you go.
There you go. Just like that, man. There you go. So
well, folks, I have to, in my deepest apologies, we have to cut short tonight because we usually go an hour 30, but it's Booby freaking Miles. We go 2 hours with Booby Miles, but we're about almost at that 2 hour mark. And I just got to say, man, it has been an honor to host this interview with you. And
I appreciate you, young man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, young man, having me, man.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Absolutely. Oh, I had a blast. Hopefully you can come on more often, man. I mean,
yeah. And we're gonna try. Yeah, man. I'm gonna try to. see if I can't get y'all down to Central Texas.
Woo, yeah.
Since I can't get y'all in Killeen.
Oh, heck
I'm 30 minutes. I'm 30 minutes from there, man. What you mean?
Yeah. See if
Caleb's
I can't
all the way
get
to
y'all.
Hewitt.
Yeah, see if I can't get y'all to come and sit down and talk to me on my cast.
Yes.
Oh, heck
That'll be real good. That'll be real good. I would like that.
I'm here. So I'm here in Waco. So.
Oh, okay. You right up the street there.
Yeah. I stay in Temple sometimes too. My family lives in Temple, so I know that area really well.
Okay, all right then. That's right. That's right, man.
And sometimes
y'all come up there and y'all can see the I-Train. I-Train,
yes.
that's what I work with. That's who I work with. There's guys I collaborate with, man, and we a good group of guys, and they all about helping these kids, man. And
awesome.
I wouldn't trade none of one of these men, man. They're professional people, man. They look out for these kids, and it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. I train, but most definitely, man. I'm gonna hopefully we can get y'all down, and I'll run that through my partners and my guys and see if we can make that happen.
Yes, same thing here, man.
All right.
Hopefully I can bring you and Caleb down here to South Texas and
down in the South,
Maybe.
Yeah. We can do that. Hey, all it takes is a little planning. That's all it takes, man. A little planning.
A lot of planning.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Well, Booby,
it was really good talking to you, Booby Miles.
Thank God, man. Thank you.
It's definitely a blessing and an honor to meet you, and it's good to hear your story.
You too, man.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much, man. Y'all keep up the good work, man. Y'all keep up the good work, man. God bless y'all. All right.
God bless you too. And ladies and gentlemen, Booby Miles.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Y'all take it easy.
You too, man.
All right.
Caleb, last words before we get off?
I got to go take care of my son.
Well, folks, you've seen it all. Booby Miles on the PMP. We will try to collaborate with him because
that's awesome.
He's an awesome guy. Very terrific dude. And I got to say, that was probably the best podcast we've ever done together, Caleb. And I was very fortunate to have Booby on. Not only just to have Booby on, but my colleague, my brother, my family with me in this podcast together. You know, so much love, much respect. Love you, man. And Booby, I know you're watching this right now. I'm so happy that you're able to come onto the pod, and hopefully we can do more and we'll collaborate more. And man, it was just an awesome interview. It really was. Like, we learned a lot about Booby.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely a dream come true, man. It was awesome.
Oh, absolutely. And I just got to say, man, we are the cream of the crop in all football podcasting with Booby Miles on the live stream. We are the PMP. Thank you for watching tonight, folks. I'm glad that y'all enjoyed Booby Miles' company and enjoyed